So there is a fundamental fear of memories. This is a very key, important word through which traumas of the past are connected, and even the present fears it. I visit a temple every day. This temple is very important for me. I fear that I don't make any mistake, because if I do so, that memory will get attached to that place. And whenever I'll visit that place, I'll remember that memory. People have casual encounters with each other. People, even as a counselor, I've seen, I'm counseling. And what I slowly found out was I was creating memories, so much memories, so much trauma of others was being collected. Even if I know, or it's on the periphery, it was slowly being collected. It's all memories which stay. You touch someone, it's a memory. You have a fight at a particular location. That location carries a memory. You turn the lights off of your room when you go outside. Your hand, your muscle has a memory. Memories are a very significant part of our life, and it's something that keep getting triggered. So there have been many people who I have seen in my days as a psychologist where there is an event in the past which has so brutally impacted the life that almost every day one remembers that event and everything goes back to it. Now understand even a relationship. You were in a relationship with someone, or you had a very good friend, and something happened, something wrong happened, and now you still remember them every day. You go outside, you see the sky, you remember them. You have talked with each other about the moon, so you remember them. You see a flower and it's yellow, and you remember them. All memories, and how these memories trigger thoughts in our present, and how they create a significant trauma in our life. This is not in regards to making you understand a solution to it, but more to understand how we are supposed to be taking precautions. If you understand that much of your thoughts that come are sensory inputs of the present, but it's your memories that have taken a toll on you. They have made your present something because you learned something from it, because you revised something so much that it becomes a part of you. What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to be very cautious in regards to our life, in regards to not creating memories with people, things, and it's all based in attachment to others, and then attachment to our own selves, thoughts, and mind. But we are supposed to take very, very genuine care that we don't create a lot of memories. There is a memory in touch, there is a memory in sound, there is a memory even if you read a book, which content to consume, what to watch, what not to watch, what to say, what not to say, where to avoid, what to avoid. We are supposed to keep ourselves very clean. Because if we don't do that, and if we just compile and take in all the inputs and do anything and everything, these memories will confuse our life. And when it comes to in regards to the past, this needs to be spoken to someone that you feel will understand, will not judge, will actually just hear it out. Because when there is an event in the past which is very, very extremely a part of you, that you fear of, that distracts you, that's a burden on you, that you haven't told anyone, this, when told to a soul which is on a higher plane, a person who is wise, who listens without interrupting, judging, who understand that mistakes happen and something happened to you. But if this is said to not many people, but should be very chosen people, that helps. And then understanding that, one line that helped me a lot was that uh, when Mataji told me that, see it as a dream, see it as a dream. So you have to understand that we can rewire ourselves. So I was listening to a course on REBT, and that course very specifically stated that it's on us to rewire and reframe the past. Yes, that memory is not right. Yes, that shouldn't have happened to you. Yes, it's just not right. Yes, we need to get out of it, but you have to reframe it. You can create it, you can recreate it, you can create it as a story as per your liking, so that it is positive for your mind, that it is peaceful for it, that it can process and accept it if it has not been able to accept until now. So it's your life, it's your past. You are supposed to rewire it. If you have told someone else and still not been able to accept it by interpreting it rightly, because see, everything has to be interpreted rightly. If something in the past has been hurting, because the interpretation has not happened properly. Once the interpretation is very clear in regards to Gita ji, once the interpretation is very sound, it helps us let go. Many a times it's only about that we are supposed to take a learning from it, and since we are not and have not taken a learning from it, that event keeps on repeating or gets triggered, because that learning needs to establish itself, or there is just emptiness in our life. And how to fill this emptiness? Why not fill it with the name of God, with the form of God, with Gita ji? But this emptiness is there and we are just free, so that thought which is there, it gets triggered. We are supposed to interpret it rightly, and then also that interpretation itself is the rewiring and reframing that takes place. And if it's unable to happen, if it's something that even if it's being interpreted rightly, it's not happening, sit with it, sit with the story and create it. And this is something that helped me see it as a dream. It's just the past, it's not in the present, it's something that happened, it does not exist right now. There was a story of Buddha, that someone actually spit on the Buddha, and then that person regretted it and came the next day, and Buddha stated that, like, the person that you spat on does not exist. So life is ever changing. What we were yesterday, we are not today. Everything changes. Cells die, cells are reborn. Consider it as a dream, consider it as past that's dead. Consider it as it happened to someone else, because we don't contemplate so much on a dream, because it's a dream, right? So you can rewire it, you can see it as a dream, you can interpret it correctly, you can take a learning out of it, you can fill your emptiness. And be cautious of not creating memories, because once they are made, our system becomes complicated and confused. So these are some examples that I stated. Beyond that, some precautions and solutions to it. My sincere prayers and best wishes. Engage your mind. Engage your mind in God, in Gurujan, in Pravachan, in Satsang, in Bhajan, by going to a temple in the form of the Lord, because this mind will keep creating new memories, new inputs, new problems, one problem to another, one problem to another. This mind needs to be left, this mind needs to be engaged. If you're not a believer in God, then engage in service of the people around you, the people who need you, the people who need your skill set, your services, and then your mind will be engaged in that and things go off. So engage in service and engage in devotion, and that's about it.